Hey Aries, this is Liv from Aries Cartomancy, and today we are going to do your January 2020 Love Cartoscope. So let's see relevant information, helpful messages, guidance and support, and jumpers for Aries for January 2020, please. So first getting the cards out. And then cough. Okay, let's just move a little bit down the line so we are in frame. Okay, Aries. Whew. So right off the bat, I'm getting two main messages, two main directions for Aries. Some of you are moving clearly in the direction of a divorce from a peaceful, loving family home. You're moving into a stage of either partition of goods or filing for divorce. Lawyers, court of law, custody battles for some of you, as is the case. And I am seeing things moving smoothly in that direction. So if you intend to divorce someone, I'm seeing things moving smoothly in that direction. I'm seeing things going, I wouldn't necessarily say amicably, but things are going to be moving along in your interest, I'm seeing. For others of you, there's a clear message here of building upon a state of happiness, a state of togetherness, a state of emotional fulfillment, of emotional satisfaction. You are slowly moving into a stage of actually moving together, dividing, or better said, sharing a house, sharing resources, sharing bounties, sharing plentifulness. There will also be some sort of creative next step in that direction. So we may be talking here about looking for a home, buying a home, perhaps dealing with a real estate agent. As a result of that, I'm seeing a professional helping you to slowly make that vision come true. So right now we do have two clearly diverging messages. If you are going through a divorce, filing for a divorce, entering the partition of good stage or the custody battle stage. You are going all in, you are seeking help, you are cutting no corners when it comes to getting it done. One of you though may come out of the divorce pretty much, let's say one of you is going to take a hit during the partition of goods. This may be a warning here that your ex is willing and trying to sort of spin things in their favor, so be ready for it. You will be receiving some news about it, so it won't be an entirely out of the blue sort of situation. You will be hearing about maybe they or you may be contemplating hiding some sort of income to get a handle on, let's say, child support costs, something like that. There's something iffy going on with funds here. If you are moving in together, if you are making your relationship official, if you are actually getting a marriage license in January 2019, or maybe moving in together, contemplating on a proposal, I am seeing you here being very invested. So for those of you where we have a very steady a very steady relationship, most likely unofficial in that it's not an engagement or a marriage as of yet. I am seeing you going all in. I am seeing you having some sort of monetary hang-ups if you are buying a home together, or if you are looking to buy a home, period. One of you, either one of you. There may be some issues with funds, with paperwork, with loans, approvals for loans. There may be something here to better look into for you. There's clearly a strong shift for you. There's clearly a strong change for all of you pretty much. It's heavily on your mind because either you are moving from a status of married into a status of divorced, or you are moving from a status of in a relationship from that status into one of living together, proposing, actually getting married. There's a big shift of lifestyle, of status, of perception from those around you regarding you, yourself, your spouse, your better half, your future. So there's a great shift here, and it is heavily on your mind. You are very decisive, you are very sure, and you are very set on manifesting these changes, whatever they may be. You are very set on manifesting these changes. You are very determined, very sure, which is a very good thing in my opinion. So there's no doubt. I'm not sensing any sort of doubt here. For you, Aries, in January 2020, things are very clear, crystal clear, I would say actually. Wherever you may be going, you are going there because you are very clear about what it is that you do or don't want. And there's going to be a major shift, a major change for you in January. That's a very clear message. As a result, we may be dealing with either a wedding planned, or engagement party, or some sort of very official thing, getting your marriage license and actually having the wedding for some of you. Others of you, you are building a new foundation, you are building a new narrative for your life from the, I would say, perhaps the end of January, perhaps the end of January, perhaps later on, though, things are going to be moving very clearly in the direction of a new stability for you, a new way of life, a new solution, a new idea, a new perspective, a new concept. Let's get more details for you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting from these cards is the fact that you are in both or either of the situations I've mentioned. You are either moving on from a multitude of options or various ideas, various plans. You are clearly committing officially, you are clearly making a celebration of the commitment, investing yourself emotionally and materially as well on a very official, very public sort of level into the relationship, into your stability. Or you are clearly working and making an effort on ending the stage of your life and with the help of a lawyer moving forward. Either way, the potential of your love life, the potential of how things are going to change, how things can be different from now on is heavily on your mind. But not in a negative way. You are contemplating possibilities, potentials, opportunities coming your way, and I'm seeing opportunities coming your way. Again, that idea of a big time change in your life is coming through. Okay. Whichever sort of situation you are in, I am seeing you getting very lucky when it comes to your stability, when it comes to your future, when it comes to love. I'm seeing you, if you're getting divorced, I'm seeing you meeting someone new who is very good for you, someone who is very close to, let's say, what you would have seen as an ideal partner. Um, you are doing very well in the divorce, if that's your situation. In the partition of goods, you are moving on with your life, finding a new partner, building for yourself that new stability for sure. So if there's any kind of doubt in your mind, please don't have that kind of a doubt. So you are clearly moving on, and you will be doing very well. You will be moving on in style, shall we say. You'll be moving on in style. Okay, so clearly some of you are getting married, because I'm getting that energy here again. Some of you are getting married yourselves. Some of you are going to be hearing about someone getting married. You may be invited to a wedding. but there's a clear sense here of starting over, officially starting over, particularly in the getting divorced or getting married frame of mind. There's a clear new beginning for your life. There's a clear new start, fresh new start, very official, very public. So you are making your relationship very public. Even if you've been committed, for instance, for a while, but the relationship in itself hasn't gotten to a public sort of stage. I'm seeing things progressing in that direction. Sorry about that. Of course, I'm gonna cough. I am also though seeing for some of you it's not all going to be only marriages ending in divorces. I'm seeing also commitments, because you are some of you may be getting cold feet prior to your ceremony, prior to your big event, because I'm seeing you sort of, at least at the very least, doubting, if not feeling that your commitment has no potential for the future. You will be discussing it, I'm seeing, with various people. You will be contemplating those options, asking for advice. This is most likely regarding a relationship which has been going on for a pretty long time. The passion may have sort of fizzled out of the relationship because it's been going on for that long, and you are going to be seeking advice about what you should do from here on, because there's a lot of doubt here when it comes to the potential of your relationship for the future. You are very conflicted about what you should be doing. Again, yeah. So I'm getting another confirmation here for the same message. Some of you are going to be feeling very conflicted about going on with a relationship. I'm seeing particularly an engagement in both situations. There's something missing for you here. There's something something which you've been denying yourself, something which has been absent, has been lacking in your relationship for a while now. And there's a sense of I can't go on pretending that everything is all right when I'm clearly not feeling it, not wanting it, or when you're clearly not feeling it, not wanting it. You are very determined to make those changes happen. You are very determined to kind of demolish things which are no longer working out for you, which you should be doing. You are very clearly committed to building a new foundation, building a new life for yourself, making an entirely new plan, pretty much starting over, turning a new page. Let's get some more messages here for you. Interesting. I am getting the vibe that there's remorse here. There's remorse. You are feeling sort of guilty. You are feeling bad because you want to make that change. You are feeling bad because you're going to be hurting your partner. You need to forgive yourself for what you're feeling or for what you're not feeling anymore. You need to accept yourself and just move on. Interesting, with a 33 breaking down to a 6. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So some of you have been kind of complacent in relationships, which I'm not saying were bad for you. I'm not saying that they were bad for you, but something about those relationships wasn't doing it for you. Something was lacking, something was missing. Regardless of the fact that you had all of the bells and whistles there, something was just not right. Yeah. That's not to say that you have no feelings at all for that person. You may have strong affection for that person, for instance, but you don't feel like you're in love with them anymore, or you don't feel like you could be happy with them anymore, or something has changed. I'm sensing, and you will be very determined to act accordingly. You don't want to pretend. Yeah, I'm seeing you discussing your conclusions. I'm seeing you seeking counsel. I'm seeing you breaking off the engagement. I'm seeing you filing for divorce. I'm seeing you making those changes happen. You are very determined to make your changes happen, which is a great thing. Okay. Let's see what sort of shadows you may be dealing with. All right. So in that context of making things happen, changing things so that your situation, your outer world fits your emotional world, your feelings, your desires, your fears perhaps, or anxieties as well. You may be dealing with procrastination. Procrastination. There's again that fear of hurting someone, feeling guilty because you want to make those changes happen. Some question about timing here. Perhaps the timing won't feel right for you, but at the same time I'm feeling like you're anxious to resolve this situation. You're anxious to make it official, make it clear, make it easy, is what I'm hearing. Make it clear to make it easy, pretty much. I am getting the sense that since you will be very burdened, very concerned, very focused on whatever sort of shift you feel you need to make happen in your life. You will be dreaming about it a lot. You may be visited by ancestors in your dreams to give you counsel and advice. You may have trouble sleeping because you are running through in your mind whatever may be happening, how things could end, what would this mean, how would this affect the children, what is so and so going to think about me or say about me if I go through with it, how is this going to change things. So that's heavily on your mind. But at the same time, you are very clearly aware of the fact that you need to make that change. There's something deep inside of you, a clear voice telling you that you need to end whatever is not working for you anymore, and you need to change your foundations and make yourself a new beginning, get a new start on life. you are keenly aware of the fact that this is not working out for you, that this is not going to be working out for you in the future, that the situation is hopeless. So you are itching pretty much for a change. Yeah. Some of you are also getting intuitive hits about potential outcomes, future outcomes. Okay. Okay. So some of you are also going to be getting kind of flashes or fleeting, at least fleeting images, fleeting sensations, fleeting visuals or dreams as well about potential scenarios for your future, about how things may go, how things should go for you in the future. So that's gonna help to sort of reinforce your decision. Let's get some more clarifiers here for you. I'm liking the fact that pretty much as I would expect an Arian to be, you are very determined. See? Very determined, because your solar plexus chakra is the chakra which is pretty much your powerhouse. You are full of energy, you are very determined to make that change, to resolve your situation, to clear up the mess. I'm hearing clear up the mess. You are very determined to gain clarity, also to offer clarity to your partner, and you are getting divine guidance and assistance when it comes to actually making things happen and working on making the most of this opportunity. Of course, there will be some naysayers, there will be people against your desires, against your desired course of action. I'm seeing you going your way either way, because you will be a powerhouse, you will be super strong, super determined, very sure on your feet, very, very sure. And you will have fantastic clarity over things, fantastic clarity, because you know that the situation as it is pretty much useless for your future, both of your futures, not just yours particularly. It's not a selfish sort of desire. And you've been feeling that way for a while. So this won't be a first sort of spur of the moment, first time you're thinking about it. You've been very clear about the fact that your situation has no potential for the future, and now things are slowly building up until you will be exploding into that shift, into that change. For the other half, the other part of you, again, you are very clear about what it is that you want to do. You are very clear about what sort of opportunities are coming your way. You are very determined to make things happen, regardless of who is with or against you. You know that as things are, without making that change in your life, you won't be satisfied, you won't be fulfilled, you won't be happy. So you are sort of gathering your resources, you are pulling your resources, and you are preparing to explode into that change into that action. There is a sense of procrastination here clearly. You are somewhat hesitant. You sense a lot of adversity when it comes to whatever it is that you're planning to do. It's a very clear and decisive thing. You may have family members, close ones, who are sort of discouraging you from doing it, who are sort of against it. But you are very very decisive. You see very clearly, and you are having a clairvoyant sort of clarity about the situation as well. You see very clearly what it is that you want to do, and you are going to be making it happen in January 2020, Aries, and perhaps during the entire year, because January tends to be the kind of energy which spells out the signature of the rest of the year. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you manifesting your desires. I'm seeing you putting things in motion, shedding old skin, shedding your dead weights, pretty much. Purging, clearing the table, and starting over as you desire to be starting over in an abundant and prosperous and very sincere, heartfelt manner. Very mature as well, I'm seeing, because you are very clear about what it is that you want, and you are very clear about how it is that you are going to make it happen. So great energy. I'm getting a buzz just from looking through it, pretty much. So that being said, I'm sending you much love and light, and we'll be seeing you soon again. Bye.